Wow.
Wow, this is some really deep stuff.
I don't know what just happened, but something happened inside of me. Something snapped. Something.
I wasn't expecting that
either. Sorry.
It's okay. It's all right. It's beautiful.
Monster is like really small, but it had to become that to stop me.
And then the hurt child became present when you mentioned it.
And I didn't realize this until now.
There were things that I didn't remember until now.
Funny. I haven't seen that before.
It feels like I'm the monster. I'm kind of seeing images of things. Of a world where they can exist. This clarity brings all kinds of answers.
It's clear. She hugged me and then went back to her place, I guess, in my heart. Oh, it wants to come out. It wants to bippity boppity boop Cinderella me. She's melted into my chest. It's ooey gooey.
All week been finishing things, cleaning up more, started eating vegetables again last week. And it kind of just started happening. It's almost like I just finished going through a meditation session.
I feel light. When you hit that first joint, in the morning, and
I actually feel a lot more awake.
I haven't been as triggered as I would have been earlier. I have more just been with it, and then I think it's better now.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
That is nice. Yeah, I don't know if you know me, but I sometimes I just like to tell my stories, but I'll spare you. I'll spare you my stories.
Well, I think that it's sparing the time that you could be doing parts work.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
I'm not bothered either way. It's
sometimes
the story is important.
Yeah, it feels kind of futile. It's not what I want to do right now, right?
Yeah.
So, because it's not something that's sticking to me that I kind of urgent that I need to deal with.
Okay.
But
would you? Yeah.
I want to go back to where we were. That's where I want to go.
Okay. I would love to. How about a minute of meditation and then we can get started?
Let's do that.
Okay. Okay, that was a minute. So, getting back there.
Yeah. So I have been, the last kind of half hour or so while I was emptying the dishwasher, I was feeling into her shame because she feels so much shame.
Mm-hmm.
That was what came up. And when she feels that shame, I feel it in my body. I kind of contract.
Right. What else
so it's
happens?
It's like I want to kind of get that off me, but I can't. Ooh. Yeah, that's how it feels like. Okay. So that was where I was like 10 minutes ago. I was kind of feeling into that shame.
Did anything else happen? Any other insights from that?
Well, she's feeling okay. So it was more. I got some insight, I got to learn a little about kind of the depth of that shame. That it's so shameful that she has to close her eyes and kind of not be there. Because if she's present with it, it's just too dreadful. And then she's lost. She's completely lost. Because nobody wants her.
Okay.
So that's basically where. And then I decided just to not go any further than that because
It's a really great start.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how are you feeling towards her right now?
It's interesting because I think last time when we worked with the shaming part, part kind of spontaneously said, I love her.
That's right. Yeah.
And was trying to justify why it had to be so heavy. And I look at her, I don't really see her right now. So it's interesting. It's like I see the shame and I can feel and shrink with the shame. But I have a hard time seeing her. I know that I can kind of feel pain. But there is almost like this layer of shame. It's kind of creating some distance between us. It's kind of a little barrier.
Okay. You could check if that feels like, or ask if there are other parts that are still interested in putting up a barrier. It might not be. It could be something else, but it could be a part that's saying, don't go there. So you could listen out to any protectors that you've met before around her. Just see how they're doing.
Just now, okay, I lost contact even more because my brain started thinking. And my brain started thinking, and I couldn't remember, but we have been working with, we're kind of dipping into so many different parts that are experiencing shame or fear. I don't know if I need to remember this, but why did I do this? I went back to my thoughts went back to that little one that was covered in woolly gray.
Yes.
She was a little younger.
Mm-hmm.
She was about a year younger because that was right after. But her feelings, I think, were even more fear than shame. But that doesn't really matter. But I don't know why I went there. I was like, let me see if I can. I don't know why I got distracted, but that may have been for a reason.
May have been. You could ask who wants you to see that.
That woolly one.
Yeah. Or if you have a connection with that woolly one, you could ask if there's something she wants you to know.
There must be something here because I am. They are disappearing from me, or I'm disappearing from them.
All the parts or just certain ones?
No, I can. Okay, so what's happening now is that you said that the woolly one wants is something that she wants to tell you. Okay, so that one. I can feel her pushing. She's pushing that mother figure away because the mother figure is leaning into her to kind of get rid of her own fears.
Mm-hmm.
Waking her up in the middle of the night, something pretty intimate, right? Waking her up in the middle of the night and taking her into her bed. And then whether she's doing it physically or just emotionally, she's pushing. She's pushing because she doesn't want it.
Is this the woolly one?
This is the woolly one.
Okay.
This one, this 7-year-old is feeling so much shame. That shame is sexual. And I don't, it's almost like she had been attacked. And all the shame sits down there in the first chakra. That's where it sits. And she can feel it. And she feels so shameful. She's 7. And she feels so shameful and filthy. And an outcast. And she's at this hospital. And she's not really sick. I mean, she's walking around. I don't know. yeah, if there is a connection there, the woolly one is not telling me exactly what the connection is, except that she was pushing my mother away. And I have no memory of anything else.
Okay.
I have no memory of anything else. But she came in, and then there's this 7-year-old who just feel like she has done something super dirty in her mind.
Okay.
And I think I'm getting closer to her now. Maybe the woolly one just had to come and tell me something that I even don't know. But she feels as if I can see something beyond the shame now, or within the shame.
You could try inviting her to...
And you asked how I feel towards her.
Yes.
I would love to say that I felt pure compassion for her. I don't, but I feel I think I'm afraid of that shame she's feeling a little.
Okay. All right.
So I'm not condemning her or judging her, I think, but that intense shame is frightening.
It's scary, yeah.
Yeah, it's scary.
Okay. Okay. Let that scared part know that you see it.
Yeah.
And that it's okay. I don't mean it's okay, don't be scared. I mean it's okay for it to be scared.
To
and it's
be
okay.
Scared, yeah.
It's okay for it to be here.
Yeah. Okay.
Does it make sense to you that this part would be scared of that shame?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Even if I don't understand why it's scared right now, but it makes sense.
Yeah.
That shame it's scary because you don't know what's hidden in it, right?
Right.
And you don't know what it will do if it gets free reign.
Mm-hmm.
No, so that makes sense that it's
Yeah.
yeah, I'm super scared of that shame.
Yeah. Just invite that part to notice you, the one that's scared.
Yeah, I feel compassion towards that one.
Great.
Oh.
Yeah. It's probably been scared a lot, hasn't it?
Yeah, I feel compassion towards that fear. So fearful. Having to hide from that shame, not to take it in.
Does it have more it wants to say about what's scary about it?
Let's see. Afraid that it would die, that it would be suffocate from that shame, that it will that the shame will completely take over.
Right. Yeah. And is it noticing you? How does it see you?
I think the fear sees me sitting here as I am. Or maybe it doesn't. Maybe it sees somebody who's younger. Let's just find out. Not shame thinks I'm much younger. No, the fear. Yeah, the fear thinks I'm much younger.
Yeah.
I'm a little confused because at one point it seems like the fear thinks I am that 7-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it. I also got older parts that it could think I was, but I think at least. Yeah, it feels like it thinks I am that 7-year-old.
Yeah. Yeah. You can just let it know your real age.
Mm-hmm.
How has it been for this part to be able to share its fear with you?
Okay, now when it realizes that I'm not 7,
Mm-hmm.
I think it feels some kind of relief.
Yeah.
Because it couldn't share it with a 7-year-old.
Right.
I think it feels it's not so heavy and not so intense.
Right. Yeah. It saw you for who you are.
Mm-hmm.
It was able to share its fear with you. And it didn't overwhelm you.
No.
And the fear abated.
And I think also, what you that it was allowed, first it was allowed to feel the fear.
Of course.
Yeah. And then share it.
You can let it know about all the work you've done with exiles, and that's how it works. That's how it will work with shame. When parts find out they're not alone,
Because it seems like that 7-year-old, even if she could feel that she was enveloped
Mm-hmm.
in shame, she couldn't feel it. She could feel it, but she couldn't feel it, because if she felt it, she still had to. It was like she was in shame, and it was so awful, but she still tried to run away from it because the fear that she would die. Or do you think? Because it feels to me that fear, it's not a protector, or maybe it is, but it also feels like it's part of a 7-year-old.
Yeah, I was suspecting that. She's afraid to share the shame. That's two
And she's
feelings she's
afraid
dealing
to
with.
feel, even if she feels completely trapped in it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I don't know, but if you are completely trapped, you hold your breath not to feel so trapped.
And now you're seeing her in that way.
Yes, that she's just inside shame, but she does, and she's
How are you feeling towards her as you see her like that?
I wish I could help her.
Yeah. You still feel afraid?
No, I don't feel afraid right now.
Great. Could let her know those things, that you'd like to help her.
Yeah.
That you're not afraid of the things that she is carrying and could show you.
She isn't ready to share yet. I think I said last time, and I was feeling it now, but it came back to me that I think I said that I walked around like a zombie.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what a zombie is, but that's what I think a zombie is.
Yeah, the zombie is something that doesn't share.
Yes, it feels like she's so trapped in this shame that she's kind of closed. She has kind of closed down.
Mm-hmm.
She can feel the shame and she can feel trapped, but she doesn't allow herself to feel a connection with me or deeply enough
Mm-hmm.
to share.
Okay. You can let her know that's fine. She doesn't have to share anything.
But there is this little tiny voice inside that says something like, "Help me."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just let her know that you're picking that up too.
help me, see me. And I can feel into a longing. I think I can feel into a longing of being connected. I don't know if it's with me, but being connected, feeling.
Of course. Yeah.
Feeling that somebody wants her.
And she's just had to live with that unmet longing.
Mm-hmm.
The tiny voice won't go away while she zombies.
Zombies around.
Yeah.
Because she
Just
can't feel too much.
Yeah. Just let her know you're seeing that and you see some of how hard that's been for her.
That despair she was scared. Despair that she couldn't open up to because it's just a bit too hard.
Yes.
Nobody wants me. I'm disgusting. So alone. Bumping around, hitting the wall, walking further. But there is this tension in her, I think.
Tension?
Tension between it's all my fault. So this is how it has to be.
Right. She can't be helped because if she caused it, then this is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a longing for something, let's use the word better.
Yeah.
So there is this tiny, tiny movement.
Maybe you could learn more about that belief that it's all her fault and just where that came from. I know in the past you've had parts that want to come in and say, no, it's not your fault. But let's try to just learn more about how that came about, what it's been like for her.
Well, she's saying that she caused it. Yeah, it's her fault. Where does it come from?
Yeah.
Well, it comes from that mother.
Now, is that your figuring out part
That's
saying
me.
that?
That's me saying that. Let's see what the part is saying.
My figuring out part is saying that too. Right?
What does
It's
she
obvious
say?
to that, but yes. Maybe finding out, not so much who's to blame, but where this kind of originated, what it was like for her to begin to believe that. More about the experience. Or you could just ask her to explain. Okay, if it's your fault, how, what did you do? What do you believe that you did to make it your fault?
Okay, so this little girl had bladder infection, so she couldn't hold her pee, right? So that's what comes up. It's my fault.
Is she okay with you sharing this with me?
I think so.
Will you double check?
She wasn't at first. She wasn't 5 minutes ago. But let's see if she now.
She's okay with you sharing that kind of medical detail with me?
I don't think she's 100% okay with it. Is she okay with it? It's but that's what she feels at the bottom of it. That's why she also felt so disgusting. But
yes, okay. So there's sharing with you, and then there's sharing with me, and I just want to make sure that
I know.
I just want to make sure that we're respecting. I mean,
her.
5 minutes ago, she's saying she doesn't want to share anything, and
yeah, maybe I overshared.
And she's been in zombie for however many years.
Yeah.
So I just want to make sure we're going at her pace and respecting all of the feelings that she has, including the fear and the shame. I imagine that and you can check this out with her, I imagine there's shame that is hard to even put in words. Beliefs.
Yeah.
Shame. If it's sexual, if it's about her body.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah.
And so those things are going to be really hard to explain to me because.
But yeah, I know.
And so I just want to make sure that, that's not important. It's not important that I know those things. It's important that she can tell you. And show you.
Yeah, I'm not sure what she thinks about what I said. I can feel that is she going away again? She feels, she feels incredibly shameful about herself.
Yes.
But I'm not sure if what I said made her feel more shameful or if it made her, I don't know if it really, yeah, I don't know how much it mattered to her.
Okay.
It could have mattered a lot and she's not telling me.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just trying to err on the side of caution.
Yeah, of course. I really appreciate that.
And I think the important thing is that you are checking in with her about how, because okay, she didn't want to share at all, and now she is, so, or has shared some. So just asking how it does feel okay for her to share with you. What does she need to make this process easier for her from you? And if she says nothing, go away, again, she doesn't have to do anything. It's just, is there anything that she would like to make you being with her easier?
But you know what I heard her say? Almost like it said, protect my shame. So maybe I did overshare. It's very likely.
Yeah, just check it out with her. How you can protect her shame, how you can make the safest space for the two of you.
Almost like she's asking me, if I can just sit quietly.
How do you feel about that?
Yes. and sits quietly, kind of on the edge of her world, and just
I'm fine with sitting quietly. I'm fine with you sitting quietly.
mm,
So you won't be bothering me.
she's just showing me her shame.
Mm-hmm. Does it feel right? The way you're doing it?
Yes,
Okay.
I'm not really doing anything much except just
Right.
witnessing it.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
it's
Okay. You want to just keep doing that?
for a little bit.
Okay.
I think she's feeling a little bit more trusting that I can see her shame without running away. Thought I saw a little smile. Almost like she's coming out of that shame a little bit.
Wow.
Some white around her instead of just dark gray. I think that's just because I accepted her shame.
Yeah. And protected it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think she has forgiven me.
How's that little voice that was saying, help me, see me? And longing for connection.
Yeah. I think she's starting to get connected. And I'm starting to get connected to her.
Yeah.
Just saw a little person in blue overalls.
Earlier, a part was afraid that you didn't know what was hidden in there.
Yeah.
Hidden in the shame.
So what she was showing me was not facts or stories. It was feeling.
Right.
So we still don't know the facts and the stories, but that probably doesn't matter. You know how it felt like.
Because that's what she couldn't share. Ultimately were her feelings.
Mm-hmm. So weird. I mean, I'm there with her, and then I have this other part of my brain that's saying, "Well, but we haven't repaired anything. You didn't get that. You still didn't get that love. You were still kind of pushed away. We haven't repaired anything, and that's still she's feeling. I'm there, and it feels like just like acceptance of the shame without kind of. I mean, of course, you can't redo anything. But I didn't do anything. I didn't. say I'm going to protect you forever, or that come and sit on my lap, or
Witnessing.
yeah.
Yeah. Providing space. Letting parts know they're okay. Letting them know they're not alone.
Mm-hmm. Because I can see her now. I mean, I don't see like a picture of what I looked like, but I can see that there is a creature there,
That's
and
right.
she's not
Yeah.
enveloped in dark gray
Right.
mass. It's
Yeah.
there's some light gray clouds floating around, and then there's some whitish clouds floating around.
I think in our last conversation we talked about, or a part was telling you that when you go to an exile,
Mm.
that you have to see her as a person. You have to that's who we're treating. We're not treating the symptom. We're not treating the who she
Story.
is. Right. Right. We're not solving the mystery.
Mm.
And yeah.
So weird. I don't know if the make
You can't repair anything if you don't see it.
Yeah.
So that's why I laughed when a part would say, "Well, what have we accomplished?" It's like you you saw the person for who she is, and or at least a glimpse, and
Mm-hmm.
let her know that she can tell you anything and that you won't run away.
Yeah. Ooh. Hmm. So there she is.
Right.
What's next?
Yeah. Ask her what's next in your relationship with her.
She wants to go to a safer place.
Okay. And does she trust you to help establish that for her now?
I think she wants to. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, just ask her what that place is like,
Where do you want to go?
where you can meet her again, what she needs there, what would make it nice.
Oh, I was just looking at the time. It's been an hour. My goodness. I think we'll need to meet again because I'm not sure where she wants to go. She wants to go somewhere. She feels safe. and loved, possible, and connected. Not responsible for everything.
And the place can change. So
Yeah.
even if she just wants to step out of whatever room she's in and into another room, as long as it's a place where you can find her again and meet her and reconnect.
Yeah, I don't think she's ready to just go to the beach to roam around.
Right. She's got a lot to share with you still.
She's not ready to do that.
Right. Right.
But I think maybe she would like to go into a small enclosed garden where there were a couple of trees and grass. Yeah. I think I would like to spend a little time there. Not in bright sunshine.
Yeah.
The light there. But it has to be enclosed.
Yeah, I want to keep it safe. Just let her know you can set it up any way you like. And that you'll be back. You'll keep coming back to meet with her.
So she wants that little garden, but she also wants to be able, there must be an open door so she can go inside when she wants to. Yeah. Not back where she was, but inside to a room.
Mm-hmm.
No, she's not moving very much. She feels calmer. She's calmer. She has light around her. But she's very still without being trapped. She's not like running around and doing stuff.
Yeah, that's fine. Just let her know that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
That you'll keep coming back to let her share whatever she wants to share with you, to create whatever kind of environment she wants with you, and to continue developing that connection with you.
Yeah.
Another thing that one of her protectors said was, don't drop her.
Don't drop her. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
If you drop her, that little trust she has will be shattered forever.
Yeah.
Still really precarious. I can feel the precariousness in it.
Yeah.
It could switch in a dime.
Yeah.
Oh.
So how do you feel about that? How do you feel about having that responsibility, that trust to protect from her?
what I looked into was that bottomless well of mistrust.
Yeah.
And I felt incredibly tender towards her. But I also felt, wow, can I do it?
How can you keep that promise, keep that connection, and protect that?
You know, it is the hardest thing I've ever done. Maybe not, but that's what it feels like.
Yeah. It's going to the hardest places. Yeah. The places that all these parts didn't want you to go before.
And I so want to honor the promise I made last time to that protector. But I want to honor it to her, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I want to be that person who's capable of that. There is this little part of me that just wants to run away.
Sure. Yeah, there's a lot of unknowns.
But I can't run away. At the bottom of my heart, I don't want to run
If you run away, the protectors will just come back in, and
they will come back in again.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I've gotten so far.
Yeah.
Just have to be able to let go of fixing and let go of speed and let go of tangible results and just, like you said, just witness and go at her pace.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And if I look at it that way, because in the beginning I got overwhelmed because I said I was looking into that bottomless well of mistrust and saying, oh, I have to reestablish that trust. Oh my goodness, how am I going to do that?
How are you going to fill the well?
How am I going to fill the well? I don't even know if that's a bottom. You know, it could be completely futile to try to fill that well. But if I shift, I think that all I have to do, at least for now, is just to be there and not run away.
Yeah. Yep.
And then trust that God quote, good things will happen by that, whatever those good things are. I don't know.
I think you do know.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that you know from our work, from your work,
Yeah.
so far, that there are the good things. Yeah, they're always, there's always a pleasant surprise. There's always, it kind of always works, right?
Yeah.
When you get in self energy,
Yeah.
it always works.
Yeah. You can just shift it. But I'm doing that right now. I think that's all
Yeah.
what I need to do, not all I need to do, because that's making it like a small thing, but it's a big thing. It's an enormous thing.
It's
But
enormous.
but what I need to do is just be there and not run away.
Yeah. That's what she needed. That's what she needs.
Yeah.
And like we were talking about last time, it also doesn't mean that you have to be hand in hand with her 24 hours a day. You had mentioned kind of if you were on giving a speech and you had a child who had a tantrum, that you would be able to respond to that. If you're in self energy, you would be able to respond to that in a way that works for everyone.
Yeah. It's not, so it's not running away part, right? So if she comes, if I can't attend to her in the moment, let her feel that I will get to her. I'm not forgetting about her. I'm not running away.
Right.
It means that I'm doing something else right now, but I love her and I will get to her, right?
Yeah.
It's the running away part. Oh, you don't know how much I've run away in my life. Oof, I've run away so much.
And that's made sense. If there's a bottomless well of mistrust, then running away is a reasonable solution to.
Yeah. That didn't make the mistrust go away,
Right. So I'm happy to commit that I will be happy to continue meeting with you in this part.
Thank you.
If that helps.
That helps a lot. That
Okay.
helps a lot. And I don't know if you noticed, but after I overshared, I got embarrassed. So I had to and then she was telling me, now we are both.
Yeah. And it's great. It's great to navigate those things. Your relationship with her is going to require some navigating. And she's been locked up, closed down for so long that figuring out what works for her and how to show up for her is going to be a process.
It's amazing that she even grew in years, that it didn't just freeze. And then, yeah. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Anything
else we should cover? Okay.
No, I feel that this I can commit to, not running away.
Yeah. And now that you've seen her, It's a lot easier to run away from an envelope of shame than from a girl in blue overalls
Maybe exactly.
in a garden. Right.
In a garden with 2 trees and lots of and grass that hasn't been mowed in a long time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, James.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hope to talk soon.
Yes. Take care.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. Do you want to help bring more self-energy to the world? If you'd like to participate in calls or help out with this project in any way, I'd love to hear your ideas. Join the Discord server or contact me at james@liveifs.com. A huge thanks to our audio engineer, Yvonne, for your care and diligence in editing the calls. To every caller for your courage in sharing some of your parts. And to anyone out there getting to know their internal system, keep going. Who knows? That might be the most selfless, helpful thing you can do for others, and you're the only one who can do it. If you'd like to see us reach the largest audience, we must please the almighty suggestion algorithms at iTunes and YouTube. And they don't care about the power of IFS. They're looking for likes and shares and comments, and the sooner the better. Follow the links in the show notes right here in your podcast player to make your wishes known. And now, a minute of meditation. Or if you prefer, pull over. You can do it in 60 seconds. Just click one of those links. They're right there, and give us a like or a 5-star rating. It would really help. If you think this project is helping people, you're helping people by sharing it. Thank you.